Honestly, the only thing I remember him ingraining into my head was don't let anyone beat you. Like, why would you?
Welcome back to the Missoula podcast. Happy Tuesday. Brandon, good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, buddy.
Whitney Morrison, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Whitney, at what point in your life did you realize that you were a better athlete than most?
Oh, gosh. It's kind of a tough question.
Coming out guns a-blazing.
I don't know. Probably high school soccer. Yeah. I received an All-State All-American award. And I think that's when I started to kick things off.
All-American?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that. What was that season like? What were your stats?
So I think I had the most goals in the state. They chose a female and a male from Montana. And it was me and then a kid from Hellgate, Dane Becker. And yeah, I don't really know how I got nominated. I don't know anything behind it. But yeah, that was the story.
Why did you gravitate towards soccer at an early age? Like, what was it about that sport?
I think the team vibe around it. Yeah, I really liked being a part of a team. I had a few coaches growing up that really helped me love the sport. And yeah, there were just so many lessons to take away from soccer, and I truly started to enjoy it and wanted to keep doing it.
Did you play soccer post high school?
So I actually tried out for the Griz soccer team for about 3 months, played in their spring season with them. And then I had to make a decision between soccer and track, so chose track.
Why track?
I don't know, honestly. It was kind of a game time decision.
Yeah.
Scholarship wise, track was offering more money. And I also felt like I just couldn't give track up. I didn't want to end it right there.
Yeah.
So
let's go back beginning. Born and raised originally from Missoula.
Yep.
Is that where'd you go to school?
I went to Franklin Elementary, then Target Range for middle school.
Sweet.
And Big Sky. Yeah.
Did your parents get you involved in sports, or were they athletes?
Yeah. So my dad was actually a decathlete at Idaho State. So that's where the track background comes from. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then I played soccer from like the age of 5, probably. Yeah. YMCA, FC Missoula, striker, you name it.
What was your favorite part about growing up in Missoula and being in the sports scene here? Because not a lot of U of M athletes, grew up in this town.
Yeah. I just liked the sense of community here. Yeah. Having the same teammates for 10 plus years was awesome. I got to grow really close with them, and yeah, see them develop throughout the years, see myself develop throughout the years, and build some long lasting friendships.
Growing up, what'd your parents do for work here in Missoula?
My mom works for Delta and United, and then my dad is a PE teacher at Big Sky.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So free flights with your mom?
Yep.
What's the best trip that you guys went on?
Oh, we went to Argentina during COVID to go visit my sister because she was studying abroad there.
Nice.
Yeah. And that was awesome. I've never been anywhere like that before. So
what was some of the best advice that your dad gave you growing up as an athlete, since he had that history of being a collegiate athlete?
Honestly, the only thing I remember him ingraining into my head was don't let anyone beat you. Like, why would you? Like, there's no point. Why would you let anyone beat you? And yeah, I don't know. It was kind of a weird way to put it, but it worked. I mean, it made me think like, yeah, why, if I can push myself to an extent to beat everyone, like, why would I not do that? Yeah.
So that helped inform how hard you practiced and that competitive spirit in you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Obviously, you had success with soccer in high school. What did your high school track career look like?
It was also pretty successful. I think I was also All-American in javelin.
Okay.
That was my senior year of high school, I want to say, going into my freshman year of college. over summer. Yeah, I kind of tried everything in high school. I found myself to be average at everything, and now I'm a multi because you kind of want to be average at everything, and it's working out.
Yeah. So you mentioned earlier you love the culture of Missoula, the team sport aspect. What changed? Why did you gravitate towards the individual, the track career versus the soccer career?
Yeah, I mean, track is still a team sport. I mean, a lot of people don't think that because you are competing individually, but you're scoring points as a team. But yeah, I honestly just felt like track was still a team sport, and I'm trying to think of how to answer this. Sorry.
No, you're great.
You're good.
I honestly don't know. Yeah. I mean, when you train with your teammates, like, it doesn't feel like an individual sport. And when you're with the same people all the time, you're getting to set new PRs, and other people are setting new PRs too, and you get to watch each other grow. It feels more like a team sport than an individual sport.
Track is really hard. Yeah. Yes. and that's probably maybe what you love about it. But on those days where you're tired and your body's worn down, how is there something that you do to stay disciplined and committed and to just keep going? Like, how do you do it?
I think just reminding myself that every single day adds up. So my coach and I actually had a conversation before this season started, and she asked me what my goals were. And I said I wanted to win conference. And she said, well, how are you going to do that? And I said, well, I'm going to work hard every single day. And so just having that goal in the back of my mind of wanting to win and knowing what it takes, which is showing up every day, even if you're tired, I think that helps me keep going and stay motivated every day.
What events do you participate in?
So I do the heptathlon and then the 400 hurdles and triple jump.
Okay. To the people that listening that might not know what heptathlon is, break that down for us. What events is that?
So it's a 2-day event. You start with hurdles and high jump, shot put, and 200. And then the second day is long jump, javelin, and 800. So kind of a lot.
Take us through a week of practice. Like, how do you juggle all those different things?
Right, because people that run the 100, they just train running the 100 sprints. But when you're doing all those events.
Yeah. I mean, the core like foundation is strength and speed, right? So we have probably like 2 or 3 days where we're not doing any event work. It's mostly just like working on that strength, working on plyos, all of that stuff. And then the days that we do practice events, we'll usually do like 2 events in one day. Yeah.
Just stack them on top of each other. Just
yeah. Mm-hmm.
How many hours a week is track taking up of your life?
Probably about 20. Yeah. I think that's our limit. Technically, I don't really know. Yeah.
On top of your school schedule.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's take a little break for the rapid fire, and then we'll come right back. Hard question, because you grew up here, but what is your first memory of Missoula, Montana?
Oh man. I vividly remember having these Razor scooters that my sisters and I would ride around the whole town. Like, we would ride to the mall because we lived pretty close to it growing up. And we would chain them up with bike locks. And of course, you can't lock a scooter down. So
like, how'd you do that?
Yeah, but we just thought that it was awesome. And we would, just ride those all around. And I remember just having so much fun doing that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And feeling safe because it was Missoula. Yeah.
What's your favorite coffee shop?
Gotta say Break. Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah. Lots of room for homework.
No kidding. What's your favorite restaurant?
Well, it was Who Hot. I know.
So
Rest
sad.
in peace.
So sad.
Yeah. I honestly can't pick after that one. That one was my favorite.
You're still grieving?
Yeah. Maybe Tamarack if I had to choose. Yeah.
That went from worst to worst. Like, closed down and just drove by and felt like it was staring at me. And then the fire just.
Yeah. Now it's just gone.
It's gone. We'll
the memories are gone.
Yeah.
It's painful.
Got to drive to Kalispell now if I want to go to Who Hot.
Seriously. Winnie, what zip code do you live in?
59801. Yep.
What do you think is the weirdest thing about Missoula?
Malfunction Junction. I mean, people from Missoula know what that is, but like, you're telling me you can't turn left anywhere. I don't know. It's kind of frustrating.
It's really frustrating.
Yeah.
What do you love the most about Missoula?
Oh, I like the strong sense of community here. Yeah. And the college town vibes. That's really awesome.
Is there a specific book that has made a significant impact on your life more than any other?
Yeah. I actually just read the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. It basically taught me how to control the controllables and not to worry about the uncontrollables.
It's probably a great book for a track athlete.
Yeah.
Because you can't control.
No, there's a lot of things you can't control.
Like it's just you.
Yeah.
And the mental game of just letting go of all that, it's got to be. I'd imagine the mental part of track is probably
It's tough. Yeah.
The biggest competitor you're facing is just yourself.
Yeah. It is you versus yourself. Yeah.
Walk us through what it means to be a Missoulian competing for Montana. Walk us through that. I won't put any words in your mouth.
I mean, it means everything. It's super special to grow up here in Missoula, be coached by pretty much the same coaches throughout my whole life, or coaches that have been coached by each other. Like everyone knows each other, everyone coaches each other, everyone gets coached by everyone. So it's really cool just seeing the same faces throughout my life.
Do you have a particular coach or mentor that somebody spoke into your life or that really has guided you and helped you get to where you are?
Yeah. So Dee Cummins and Joe Ruby, they really helped me throughout middle school get into track and love track. And then Lindsay Hall, she's the heptathlon record holder at the university, and she's my coach right now. So she coached me after Joe and Dee. And all three of those people just really helped me love track.
Shout out Dee Cummins.
Yep.
Amazing episode. If you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to it. She's the greatest.
Yep.
One of my favorite people.
Have there been times when you've thought about giving it up?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. When I tried out for the soccer team, I thought for sure I was going to be done with track. Didn't want to do it anymore. It was hard. I had a knee injury at the time and I just wasn't seeing the results I wanted to. And with track, it's super hard to come back from something like that, especially when you've been not competing to the best of your ability for the last 2 years. So I thought that maybe giving soccer a chance would help me gain my competitiveness back. But yeah, I ended up not choosing it, and I'm really happy I didn't. Yeah.
We've been focusing a lot on athletics because we love athletics, and I'm sure you do too. But what does life look like outside of the 20 hours a week and the track meets that you're going to? What are you studying in school? What's the plans going forward?
So I got my degree in integrative physiology, and I'm doing the business master's program right now. So
that sounds really smart.
Oh, I don't know.
Integrative physiology.
Yeah. So I'm planning on doing medical device sales. Yeah. Just a little bit of medicine background, a little bit of business background. Hopefully I can put those together.
What's drawing you towards sales?
Well, I've always wanted to be a part of the medical field, but the more I've gone through school, the more I realize that I don't want to do any more school, and I don't really want to be the one doing the surgeries or in charge. But as a medical device sales rep, I could still be in the surgeries and still be a part of what I want to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're in kind of the tail end of your last season of track, I'm assuming, correct?
Yep.
What is it going to look like the next couple of weeks, and what are the expectations going into the end of your career here?
So we have a total of 3 meets left, including conference. So just trying to stay healthy until then. My 5th year body is just barely holding up. So yes, trying to stay healthy. I really hope to win conference again and go out with a bang.
Okay. So when you say again, did you win it last year?
I won indoor conference, the pentathlon.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you're looking for the back-to-back.
Yeah.
And then what does that mean if you win conference? I mean, obviously I understand that, but is there anything else that comes with that? Do you get to go compete on like a national?
So it kind of depends on your score. So I think they take the top 16 to nationals.
Gotcha.
I think I'm ranked like 26th or 29th right now.
Wow.
So I got to add quite a few points onto my score in order to make it there. But yeah, for the multis, they don't have regionals. They only have nationals. So it'd be really cool to make it there, but got to put some points on.
What's your best event in the heptathlon and what's your worst event?
Oh, kind of depends on the day. Javelin's probably my best. Right now, hurdles is probably my worst.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know. It really depends on the day.
So is the goal going into the end of the season, is there a specific event that you're trying to get more points in, or is it just, you're just trying to put in good days back to back on everything?
So there's a few events like javelin and high jump that are worth a little more points in terms of like the spread. So I'm trying to place like at least top 3 or top 2 in high jump. That'll get me some more points. Yeah, you kind of just want to be above average for all of the events. You don't want one event dragging you down, which is why the multi is working out for me, because I'm pretty average at all of the events. So I don't really have a weak spot in the events, but I don't really have like a super strong event.
When you forgive me, I'm not real smart when it comes to the heptathlon. A couple weeks ago, you got Big Sky Conference Student Athlete of the Week, track and field, and had, from what I've read and understood, a phenomenal event.
Thank you.
Set I understand a Griz record, or
just
got
a
a score that hadn't
record.
been personal record, but broke a score that hasn't, or hit a score that hasn't been reached since like 2019.
Yeah.
Is that right? It's fascinating.
Thank you.
First of all, so like I don't fully understand all the events and the scoring system and how that works. What does that do for you? Does that help put you in a certain position going into conference? Does that have anything to do with conference, or is that was just a routine meet that now you show up for conference and just, it's an even playing field with everyone? Does that do anything for you long term, or is that just a one meet? Does that make sense? My question.
Yeah. So that put me first in the conference right now. So I'm ranked first going in.
Okay.
But I mean, it doesn't really
it's
matter.
It's different than in other sports. It's not like you're matched up against the 8 seed being ranked first.
Yep.
So you got to do it again.
You have to do it again.
It's just all about who shows up the day.
Yeah.
So
the target's on your back going into conference right now.
Yeah, it is.
Who's your biggest competitor?
Oh gosh. Probably Kylie Dimmick. She's from Idaho State. She's a really solid multi-athlete. So yeah, it'll be a tough battle at conference.
Where is
I'm
conference?
Excited. Sacramento. Yeah.
Wow. Is it easier? Like the elevation here in Missoula or Flagstaff, is it easier to do your events at lower elevations?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Gosh, Flagstaff was crazy. That's where our indoor conference was. And it kind of feels like your insides are burning.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sacramento will be really nice to have our multi there. It'll be good weather too, hopefully.
What's your favorite track to visit in the Big Sky Conference?
That's a good question. I like the Weber track.
Oh.
Yeah.
Least favorite?
Bozeman. Of course.
Yeah.
Good
answer.
Yeah, I don't think there's another answer.
well said.
So, any other goals after you finish up the conference? I know you want to go into the medical sales. Any long-term plans that you're excited for other than just being done with school?
I don't know. I would like to get into coaching. I coached a little bit through Mountain West, actually, which is the club that I did growing up. So I'd like to do a little more of that. I think it's fun to give back to the community, and yeah.
Is this the end of the track career for you, or is there opportunity to?
It's probably the end. I don't think I could take any more, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're good with that? Like internally, you're like,
yeah,
you're ready to be done.
Yeah. I'm ready to start real life.
What are the injuries that or the pains that you're dealing with?
So I partially tore my patellar tendon probably 3 years ago now. And then I also partially tore my UCL in my elbow. So they're healed now. I just have like a little bit of pain every once in a while, but nothing even remotely close to what it used to be.
It's phenomenal coming back from those injuries and still competing at the level.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'd imagine your dad's incredibly proud seeing his daughter go on and compete and win conference. And, and it's funny that you're competing against the Idaho State girl.
Yeah.
Your dad's
that's where he went. Yep.
Wow.
Just a last question for me, and then maybe Brandon has another one. Young women that are maybe dual sport athletes or have this dream of becoming a college athlete, what advice are you giving to them? I mean, if you're going to go and speak into their lives, maybe a better way to say this is, what advice would you have given to yourself as a young lady?
I would say trust the process and always stay positive. Especially if you're going through injuries or times where you want to quit sports. It's really easy to just give up and think, oh, I'm not good right now, I'll never be good. But I mean, it took 5 years for me to, actually it took probably 11 years to get where I'm at right now. So yeah, trust the process, trust the people around you too. There's a lot of people in your court and they want to help you. So yeah.
Do you enjoy running? Do you enjoy the grind, or is it
I do.
a job to you?
Yeah.
So you see yourself still recreationally?
I think so. Yeah. Maybe some marathon running.
Nice.
I don't know. Half marathon for sure. I don't know about a full. Yeah.
No, my last question for you, Whitney. Looking back at your career from high school and college, both with soccer and track, what's maybe one life lesson that sports and competition have taught you that are going to set you up for success as you step into the real world?
Oh man. I think just remembering that like sports aren't everything. There's so much more to life than just sports, and although sports will help you with life, they'll teach you a lot of lessons about teamwork, hard work, all of that stuff. There's so much beyond that. There's so much within like family, friendships, relationships, all of that. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for just coming on, sharing a little bit of your story. Best of luck to you at
thank you.
Conference and the end of your career, and Missoula's cheering you on, proud of you, and yeah.
Thank you.
Go Griz.
Yeah. Go Griz. Yeah. Thank you guys.